Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. Today we are going to present the topic: Is marketing a moral activity, or is it in fact a science designed to make people believe in lies and spend money? We all are from Digital Marketing Group 23. Our tutor is Ms. Hamida Abrejo and we all are from Tutorial 4. I'm Nusrat Jahan. There are some other friends with me in the group who is Mariam Sheikh, Wajahat Hussain, Muhammad Umar Shakur, and without any further delay, I want to move into the content of our presentation. There is the introduction and who was this presented intention for. Then we have the context and data identification and sources. Then analytical approach. Then we have some data analysis and findings on the cases studies that we have chosen, which is a Pepsi and Volkswagen's Dieselgate scandal, then comparative analysis, then conclusion and recommendation and references.
Hi, myself Muhammad Umar Shakur. Nusrat, thanks for calling me. So today I will present the introduction, who is presentation intended for, and the third one is context, and the last one is three factors of key analysis. The first one I will explain the introduction. So marketing is an essential component of today's business landscape, acting like a bridge between companies and their customers. It functional to align consumers' need to desire with marketing demands and most effective way. However, the ethical implications of marketing practices have sparked considerable debate in recent years. The presentation will highlight the influence of marketing firms, which are seen as the driving force behind new strategies aimed at promotion their services. That additionally, it will purpose ways to resolve these ethical challenges, emphasize the need for marketing to be both ethical and effective. Now I will present who this presentation intended for. So in which this presentation is particularly relevant for the management terms of multinational corporations like MNCs, which faces numerous ethical challenges in their marketing and practices. The sufficient power that MNCs have, their large extent of operations, including the influence that they have a global business environment, make it necessary and make it they are ethical to given their said significant power of global research. So by addition, ethical marketing practices, these corporations can enhance their reputation, build consumer trust and suitable growth for their development. No, the third part is contents, and the main part of the presentation is like a body. The nature of marketing as being both ethical and capable of being unethical in its applications present one of the fundamental concerns about marketing. So the presentation aimed to provide multinational corporations MNCs with a framework for understanding and addressing with ethically challenges. So our goal is to equip organization to knowledge to tools necessary and navigate the complex ethical landscape of modern marketing, ensuring that their strategies only drive business but also contribute positively society. So these sources provide valuable insights into the ethical challenges facing multinational corporation MNCs in their marketing activities. So there are three key data sources in which the first one is academic research, the second one is industry reports, and the last one is case studies. So academic research in which scholarly articles from the international journals of management and information technology and other reputable journals of other theoretical fireworks and empirical evidence related to ethical marketing practices. And the second one is reports by leading consulting firms such as provide practical insight and recommendation based on their experience working. The last one is case study. And the main important thing, real world examples of unethical marketing practices such as Volkswagen scandals and Pepsi and Co misleading health claims offer valuable lessons and tales. By drawing on these diverse sources, we will present a well rounded and evidence based analysis of the ethical issues that will MNCs must address in their marketing strategies. So that's all of my side. So now I will call Mr. Wujahar to explain the further presentation. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Umar. My name is Wajat Hussain. I will describe analytical approach. So, analytical, we have two main research methods: context analysis and case study analysis. So, context analysis is a systematic technique used to analyze the context of textual data. In this study, we applied context analysis to examine academic articles and industry papers related to marketing ethics. By identifying and qualifying the occurrence of specific terms and phrases, we were able to gain insights into the prevailing disclosure and concerns surrounding ethical marketing practices. Now, case study analysis. Case study analysis involves in-depth examination of organizations that have faced negative public scrutiny due to their marketing practices. By studying these cases, we were able to identify common patterns and underlying factors that contribute to unethical, valuable world example of the consequence of unequal marketing practice such as damage to brand reputation, financial losses, and regulatory action. Now, data analysis finding. Ethical with scientific marketing. Marketing duality stems from its core objectives, which include both education and persuasion. On one side, marketing can be seen as a moral social process aimed at effectively communicating information about products and services that genuinely benefit consumers, enhance their quality of life, product value, true value. Ethical marketing avoids deceptions, respect consumer interest, and ensure transparency, all of which are essential for maintaining a healthy and sustainable business-consumer relationship in the long run. Any marketing practices that stray from ethical standards such as misleading advertisement, emotional manipulation, or deception tactics are considered unethical and harmful to consumer trust. Now, driving of marketing practices. Understanding the motivational behind the marketing practices is crucial as they are driven by both internal and external factors. Internally, business define marketing goals based on their broader objectives such as increasing marketing share, boosting brand awareness, and driving scales. These goals shape development and implementation of marketing strategy. Externally, marketing agencies also play a significant role in shaping marketing practices. Research indicates that the relationship between organization and marketing firms is mutually beneficial, often leading to a focus on achieving short-term marketing success at the cost of ethical integrity. Now, marketing is a form of scamming. Marketing is often criticized for containing elements of deceptions as it involves pursuing the targeting audience in ways that may not always be entirely honest. Criticizers argue that the primary distinction between a scam and advertisement lies in the intent behind them. While scammers aim to swindle money directly from individuals, questionable marketing tactics, manipulating consumers into believing they need a particular product, often leading them to purchase it under misleading or false pretensions. Now, necessity of ethical marketing. Given these concerns, multinational corporation, which is known as MNCs, should prioritize the adoption of ethical marketing practices for several reasons. Ethical marketing not only fosters consumer trust and loyalty but also protects the brand's reputation and ensures compliance with legal standards. A consumer-focused on transparent approach allows MNC to gain competitive advantages, build long-term goodwill with their customers, and contribute positively to the ethical climate of the global business environment. Now, Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal. The Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal serves as a stark example of this consistency of unethical marketing practice. In September 2015, it was revealed that this German automaker had installed DPU devices in millions of its diesel vehicles. Volkswagen had aggressively marketing its diesel vehicles or environmentally friendly, emphasized their low emission and fuel efficiency. This deceptive marketing company misled consumers and regulators, leading to widespread public outrage and significant financial penalties for the company. This scandal resulted in a collapse by consumer confidence in Volkswagen, tarnished the company reputation, exposed the danger of prioritizing short-term profit or ethical behavior. The scandal highlighted the need for stronger oversight and enforcement of emission standards to prevent similar incidents in the future.
Thank you, Wajahat, for giving me the chance to talk about the case studies. Without any further delay, I'll jump into our to describe our case studies. So we have chosen the group Volkswagen Group, which is a German company, and they have total 10 brands. Among them, there is a classification. The first is a core brands. Among them, they have a Volkswagen Group and the Volkswagen commercial vehicles, then Skoda, Ceed, and Cupra, and they have some progressive brands like Audi, Lamborghini, Bentley, and Ducati. And in the sports luxury brand, they have Porsche. Actually, what happened in this Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal, they used a small device to manipulate the result of the carbon emission to the world, which is a bad thing to do. So we are going to see the consequences of this manipulation. So in the screen, we can see there was some financial penalties, loss of consumer trust, and regulatory scrutiny and legal consequences as well. So I'm going to describe all of them a little bit. The company faced a series of fines and settlements from the regulatory agencies and the government bodies, and totaling billions of dollars. One of the most significant legal consequences of the scandal was 4.3 million criminal fine imposed on the Volkswagen Group by the US Department of Justice, and financial penalties was that it was very much exposed to billions of dollars in fines and settlements in the United States of America. They assured their customers of more than 25 billion, whereby these comprised fines, buybacks, as well as compensation and loss of consumer trust. This affected Volkswagen Group badly in terms of image and reputation, as well as the consumer stamped and the image deteriorated, hence reducing sales and marketing share. The trust that was developed by many years was demolished, hence damaging brand identification as well as customer loyalty. Regulatory scrutiny was a result of this scandal. It was led to the more stringent measurement and more regulatory attention from environmental agencies globally. This is not only meant that Volkswagen Group was facing their higher compliance cost, but other car manufacturers as well. After we analyze this case study, then we could understand some of the theories they have applied and some what they should have applied but they didn't. So the first one is a agency theory. The given case of the Dieselgate scandal demonstrates the leadership between Volkswagen management as agents and the car manufacturers, stake shareholders, and the customers as principals. Management decided to use defeat devices because of the need to reduce emissions to meet the standard and aggressively market their vehicles for immediate profit rather than building public trust in the long. Stakeholder theory. Analyzing the Volkswagen behavior, it is possible to conclude that they were detrimental to the consumers, authorities, and the environmental. In accordance with the stakeholder theory, company relates to the subject as a manager. His concept rests on the premises to realizing the equal rights of the stakeholders for the stake in the business activity sustainability. This Volkswagen fails to do this, and this led the consumer and regulators backlash against the automobile company. CSR responsibility theory is a theory that every company applies nowadays to make a very good brand image, but that they didn't follow badly. So CSR theory involves companies being accountable for their impact on society and the environment. Volkswagen actions ran contrary to CSR principles as they contributed to environment harm and damaged people trust by manipulating emissions data. I want to describe the second case study which we have done in the PepsiCo group. PepsiCo is a multinational corporation that manufactures, markets, distributes, and sells some food, snacks, and beverages. The company is headquartered in purchase New York, and its products are consumed more than 1 billion times a day in over 200 countries and territories. PepsiCo's portfolio includes many iconic brands such as Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, Gatorade, Pepsi Cola, Mountain Dew, Quaker, and the SodaStream. PepsiCo false health messages scandal is like that. It is well known that PepsiCo's had problems in marketing some of its products as being less unhealthy than they were. The company advertised its naked juice as a product with no added sugars with natural fruits and concealed this message by infusing the drink with large proportions of sugar coming from the natural fruit juices. This created legal cases as well as the distraction of the brand images among individuals who considered their health important. So, the PepsiCo Naked Juice was marketed as a healthy drink carrying labels such as all natural, no added sugar, with indeed they contained very high level of natural sugars from fruits, and this marketing strategy was prepared in order to tackle the rise in demand for products that were associated with the increase of the level of health awareness among the citizens, and there was some impact of the false health claims. So they have taken some regulatory and ethical considerations. They have learned the lesson, and finally they have changed the packaging, and then they have marketed the product again. So here in my left hand side, you can see the packaging of the naked juice, how it looks like, and the false health messages it is delivering to the people. So the first thing it says is all natural. It claims all natural, which is not true, and it is packaged with nutrients, and it is boosts your immune system, and no added sugar in it, and it is antioxidant rich, and finally they calls it a superfood, which is not true actually. Marketing is a policy who expedite the product selling process, but it is not like you can deliver any of the messages which is not relevant or which is a wrong thing to present in front of your consumer. So they had to be careful about choosing the words. And without any further delay, I would like to call my friend Mariam to describe the rest of the presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, this is Mariam Sheikh, and I'm going to discuss the application of management theories and analysis. The first theory is corporate social responsibility. The PepsiCo Naked Juice scandal highlights the importance of corporate social responsibility and the potential consequences of unethical marketing practices. In the case of PepsiCo, the company's failure to adhere to CSR principles by making misleading health claims demonstrates a disregard for both ethical conduct and long-term sustainability. The second theory is agency theory. Agency theory provides a framework for understanding the relationship between corporate managers and shareholders. In the case of PepsiCo, the deceptive marketing practices can be attributed to a misalignment of incentives between management and shareholders. By focusing on short-term gains and ignoring the long-term consequences of unethical behavior, the company eroded its reputation and faced significant legal and financial repercussions. The last is a stakeholder theory. So, a stakeholder theory emphasizes the importance of considering the interest of all the stakeholders, including customers, employees, suppliers, and the community. By manipulating the health credentials of its products, PepsiCo failed to adequately address the concerns of these stakeholders. This led to legal actions, consumer dissatisfaction, and damage to the company's reputation. The comparative analysis between the Volkswagen and PepsiCo cases provide good examples of how the adoption of unethical ways of marketing can cost companies dearly. The first pattern that emerges is the short-term orientation, focusing on sales and market shares more than consumers' loyalty and ethical considerations. In both cases, it was proven that through misleading advertising, an attempt was made to make the public perceive the benefits as being different than they truly were, and consequently, the legislation cracked down on the firms and delivered fines. So the similarities between both the cases are that short-term focus. Both companies were living in a short-term profit-driven environment and were not very concerned about the sustainability of the business. Volkswagen wanted to increase their sales and did so by providing information about low emission levels despite the truth. Likewise, PepsiCo reached out to the health conscious population with claims of healthy product consumption. The second is consumer deception. It was apparent from both cases that parties engaged in their scams by making people aware that they were purchasing something different from what was being sold to them. This had the result of eroding consumer trust as well as harming the company's reputations. The last one is legal and financial repercussions. So, in the case of Volkswagen and PepsiCo, the legal consequences involved legal suits pending against them from those they had defrauded, while the financial consequences involved the amount of money they had to spend to rectify their wrongdoings. These comprised fines, settlements, and the rise of the bar of compliance in that market. The differences between both the cases is the industry impact. The consequences of the Dieselgate were not limited to the Volkswagen company, but played a role in transforming the overall emission norms and standards, as well as fending pressure from environmental organizations across the globe. However, the legal decisions associated with the misleading health claims by PepsiCo had an impact on the food and beverages sector, more specifically on labeling and advertising strategies. The second is severity of consequences. So in this case, the repercussions of Volkswagen's transgressions were more serious and the scale of the scandal was bigger than in the case of Chrysler. While the cars with diesels led to billions of dollars in fines and settlements, the PepsiCo legal case was measured in millions of dollars. I'm going to conclude both the cases now. So the examination of Volkswagen's Dieselgate scandal and PepsiCo's misleading nutritional claim illustrates how marketing can serve both ethical and scientific purposes in influencing consumer choices. Ethical marketing prioritizes responsibly meeting consumer needs, enhancing life quality, and fostering long-term trust. However, the scientific aspect of marketing can lead to manipulation and ethical concerns. Marketing practices are shaped by both organizations and marketing firms and may involve ethically questionable tactics aimed at short-term gains. Although marketing can often be perceived as deceptive, ethical marketing remains transparent and consumer-focused. These scandals emphasize the distinction between ethical and unethical marketing, highlighting the importance of adhering to ethical standards. Ethical marketing builds trust among consumers and business partners and supports the achievement of long-term business goals. Therefore, marketing should align with ethical principles, remain clear and honest, and deliver genuine value to consumers, ensuring its sustainability and positive impact on society. Now I am going to conclude my presentation by providing some recommendations. So considering the repercussions of false marketing in the analyzed cases, the companies are suggested to incorporate the following recommendations and their respective marketing strategies to avoid any such legal and unethical concerns. The first one is marketing ethics as a strategic management perspective. So the Volkswagen and PepsiCo cases highlight the importance of integrating ethical marketing into an organization's strategic management. Adopting ethical marketing practices helps build and maintain consumer trust while ensuring the company complies with legal regulations. For marketing strategies to be both sustainable and successful, management must consider the ethical implications of their actions. Additionally, companies should follow Kantian ethics principles when communicating with customers, treating them with respect and valuing them as individuals rather than merely to sell products. Fostering an organizational culture that emphasizes ethical behavior, such as promoting virtues like honesty, transparency, and accountability, is also crucial. Second is enhancing transparency and accountability. So, now is the time for companies to elevate their level of corporate responsibility by fully disclosing the true nature of their marketing strategies. This includes accurate labeling and packaging, consumer protection, and adherence to industry standards as required by law. Pre-scheduled audits are also necessary, and holding third parties and customers' reviews accountable for holding appropriate ethical solutions is also essential in maintaining ethical compliance. Addressing the concerns of stakeholders like consumers, regulators, and environmental groups can foster a healthy relationship between the company and the public, ensuring that marketing practices align with the stakeholders' interests. The last is aligning marketing with CSR. So companies should align with their marketing strategies with CSR to cultivate positive relationships with the stakeholders. This involves raising awareness and encouraging the adoption of products and services in an honest manner without resorting to manipulation and balancing the pursuit of financial goals with social responsibility. The implementation of these recommendations will assist companies in restructuring their marketing strategies and repairing the damaged reputation among the consumers, ensuring longevity in the business. In the end slide, we have also included references of all the data we have used in our presentation. Thank you.